Bring both palms together. Eyes are closed. Set your intention or dedicate your practice. Release both hands. Deepen your breath. Place one hand on the heart, the other on the belly. Engage that mind and body connection. Begin to feel the breath. On the inhale, bring both arms up, look up. Exhale, bring both hands to the heart. Inhale, bring both arms up, look up. Exhale, right hand comes down, left arm comes up. Gaze up towards the left hand. Inhale, slowly bring the right arm back up, hands come together. Exhale, left hand comes down, right arm comes up. Gaze up towards the right hand. Slowly, left arm comes up, both hands come together. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Bring both hands on the mat, walk the hands forward. Feeling a nice opening here in the lower back. Slowly coming back to center. Coming in for cat-cow, so come into table pose. So knees are under the hips, wrists are under the shoulders. Notice your shoulders. You don't want to collapse here. So try to push into the mat. As you inhale, arch the back gaze up. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, arch the back gaze up. And exhale, round the back. Continue and move with your own breath. So coming back to center, you're going to walk the hands forward, curl the toes under, lift the hips up for downward facing dog. If you need to bring an extra bend to the knees, you may. If you feel tight in the back of the legs, maybe you want to pedal the feet, feel a nice stretch here. On your inhale, step the feet forward in between both hands. You're going to gaze forward, lengthen. Maybe hands come onto the shins or the thighs. Gaze forward, flatten the back. Exhale, fold forward. So take a moment to either place the hands on the back of the calves or they can hold on to the elbows. Maybe you want to sway from side to side. Allow yourself to move. Keep those knees in that extra bend if you need to. Arms come by your side. Stack the vertebrae one at a time, coming into a standing position. So coming in for mountain pose, Samastiti. Inhale, bring both arms up, look up. Exhale, bring both hands to the heart. Inhale, bring both arms up, look up. Exhale, bring both hands onto the mat or the shins. Gaze forward, lengthen the back. Exhale, gently fold forward. Inhale, bring both arms up, look up. Exhale, bring both hands to the heart. Inhale, bring both arms up, look up. Exhale, come into that forward fold, hinge from the hips. Hands again come onto the shins, gaze forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring both arms up, look up. Exhale, bring both hands to the heart. Inhale, bring both arms up, look up. Exhale, gently fold forward. Inhale, gaze forward, lengthen the back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring both arms up, look up. Exhale, bring both hands to the heart. Inhale, bring both arms up, look up. Exhale, come into that forward fold. Inhale, gaze forward, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands down, step the feet back. Bring the knees down onto the mat. Notice the elbows, try to bring them into the ribs. Inhale into upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, curl the toes under, lift the hips up for downward facing dog. So try to stay here for a few breaths. Relax your neck. Try to lengthen through the back. Step the feet forward in between both hands, gaze forward, lengthen the back. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, bring both arms up, look up. Exhale, bring both hands to the heart. Inhale, bring both arms up, look up. Exhale, come into that forward fold. Inhale, gaze forward, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands down, step the feet back. Lower down, knees are coming off the mat this time. Inhale, lift the heart and gaze for upward facing dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. Nice steady breaths here. Inhale, step the feet forward in between both hands, gaze forward, lengthen the back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring both arms up, look up. Exhale, bring both hands to the heart. Inhale, you're going to step the feet hips width apart from one another. Hands bind the hips. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, gently hinge from the hips, lead with the heart. Come down halfway, hands can come onto the shins, or if it's within your practice, you may also bind the big toes. So you're just going to gently fold forward here. So maybe you notice that extra bend into the knees if you need it. Pull the navel in. Shoulders are down and away from the ears. Inhale, gaze forward, lengthen. Hands come to the hips. Slowly come back up into a standing position. Feet come together, arms are by your sides for Samasthiti. Step that right foot back, coming in for triangle pose. Arms are out wide into T. Exhale, bend that right knee. Right forearm comes onto the mat. Left arm comes up, gaze up towards the left hand. Keep in mind to keep the shoulders and hips stacked while you're here. Inhale, slowly come back up. I'm going to pivot the feet to the opposite side, ending on the left leg. Exhale, left hand comes down, right arm comes up, gaze up towards the right hand. Inhale, slowly come up, arms are out wide into T, making sure the feet are parallel. Toes are pointing forward. Widen your stance, hands come to the hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slowly come into that half fold. So hands come onto the mat, bring an extra bend into the knees. You're just going to gaze forward, lengthen. Exhale, just gently hinge from the hips. Try to lower down a little bit if you can. Bring that extra bend here into the knees if you need it. Remember to pull the navel in, shoulders are down and away from the ears. Inhale, gaze forward, lengthen, hands come to the hips. Slowly come back up. So arms come behind, holding on to the opposite elbows. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze, gently fold forward. Just allow yourself to hang here, relaxing the neck, relaxing your face. Inhale, slowly come back up. Hands come back to the hips. You're going to shorten your stance here, pointing the toes to the right. So we're starting on the right leg here. Hands come to the hips, make sure they're nice and squared. Inhale and exhale, lean over that right leg. Hands come down onto the mat, knees at an extra bend here. Try to distribute your weight onto the back foot. Slowly walk the hands to the front of the mat, pivoting the gaze and the feet to the front of the mat as well. Readjust your stance if you need to. Just going to bring maybe the hands to the hips, making sure they're squared. Hands come onto the mat. Knee comes into that gentle bend. And breathe. Hands come to the hips, gently come up in a standing position. Right foot comes forward, feet come together, arms are by your sides for Samasthiti. Hands come on to the hips, widen your stance. So we're going to shift our weight onto that left leg. Right knee comes up. Focus on your drishti, your focal point in the room for better balance. Exhale, right foot comes down. Just gently walk it out. Coming back to center, shift your weight onto your right leg, left knee comes up. And breathe. Exhale, left foot comes down. Walk it all out, shake it out with your arms and legs. Coming back to center, feet are together, arms are by your sides. Inhale, bring both arms up, look up. Exhale, come into that forward fold. Inhale, gaze forward, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands down. Coming in for downward facing dog. Coming in for warrior one. So step that right foot forward in between both hands. Left foot's planted. Use your strong legs. Bring both arms up, look up. Maybe try to rotate that left hip forward if you can. Making sure the right knee is over the ankle. On your exhale, bring both hands down. Step that right foot back, coming in for downward facing dog. On your next inhale, you're going to step that left foot forward in between both hands, knees over the ankle. Take your time as you inhale, bring both arms up, look up for warrior one. Exhale, bring both hands down. Step that left foot back, coming in for downward facing dog. Bring both knees down onto the mat. Knees come apart, big toes come together. Forehead comes onto the mat for child's pose. Another option to go in for another variation if this is too much. Knees come together, arms come around the legs here. Gently come back up. I'm going to come into a seated position. Arms are extended nice and long in front of you. On your inhale, you're going to bring both arms up, look up. Exhale, lean forward, find that stopping point in the back and the legs. Hands come onto the mat, or you can bring the forearms under the knees, giving some support in the hamstrings if you feel a little tight in here. Notice not to collapse through the back. Really try to lead with the heart. And breathe. Exhale, release that bind. Bend the knees, feet come onto the mat. Coming in for reverse table, so lift your seat, head comes back. Keeping the feet nice and relaxed, toes are pointing forward. You try to lift the seat up a little bit more on the inhale. Exhale, the seat comes down. So we're going to bring the knees apart. Big toe, or the feet come together as you bind the feet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, gently fold forward. Inhale, slowly come back up, knees come together. So coming in for an Navasana boat pose. Inhale, lift the right leg, lift the left one up. Maybe the hands support the back of the legs, or the arms come up. Focusing on your gaze, your drishti in the room. Exhale, coming to cross-legged position, hands come out of the mat, lift the seat, bring the seat down. Inhale, coming back in for boat pose. Exhale, hands come down, lift the seat, bring the seat down. Exhale, roll over onto your back, bring both knees into the chest, and rock from side to side. Arms come out wide into T, palms are facing up, drop the knees over to the right, gaze towards the left hand. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, drop the knees to the left, gaze towards the right hand. Inhale, slowly come back to center. Give the legs a nice hug. Rock from side to side. Coming back to center, feet come out of the mat, legs or hips width apart parallel from one another. Tuck your shoulder blades under, gently lift the hips up for bridge. Exhale, bring the seat down, keeping the feet where they are, just rock the knees from side to side. Coming back to center, inhale, lift the seat. Exhale, bring the seat down. Rock the knees from side to side. On your exhale, bring the knees apart, soles of the feet come together. One hand rests on the belly, the other rests on the heart, engaging that mind and body connection. Exhale, arms come up overhead, relaxing the arms onto the mat or the floor. Both knees in, rock from side to side. Gently roll over onto your right side. And slowly come up into a comfortable seated position. So hands rest on the tops of the thighs, eyes are closed. Bring both palms together at the heart. Thank you for your practice. Namaste.